Please be aware, the podcast you are about to enjoy may contain language and subject matter not suitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Look at true fashion.
Good morning. Hello, friends. Welcome back to Sister Street. I'm Janelle.
I'm Steph.
I'm Keke,
I feel like we can't ever start without laughing.
no,
Somebody's got to fuck it up somewhere.
it's more than likely always me. That's fine.
It's like, yeah, 90-ish%.
Yeah, it's normally me.
It's never me.
This fucking bitch.
I always have my shit together.
Right.
Guys.
Right.
I just have to interject real quick. I don't know why, but as soon as we start recording legitimately, as soon as I give you guys the countdown, y'all take on personalities. But for whatever reason today, it's like it's Winnie the Pooh personalities. Like we got Eeyore over here with it's usually me.
Honestly, that fits.
And then we've got the rabbit. I don't know what his name is.
Wow.
Because you're all like bouncy, like, yeah. But it's not
Producer
like,
Papa has chosen violence.
Wow. Rabbit is an asshole.
no, maybe not rabbit.
Are you thinking Tigger?
No, not Tigger. Who's the little one? Who's Pooh's little friend?
Piglet?
Piglet?
Piglet.
I'll accept that over Rabbit. Jesus.
Yeah,
fuck.
Piglet. Maybe Steph is rabbit. I
Great.
don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet.
No, nobody is Rabbit.
Great.
Jesus Christ.
Steffi is...
If I wish I could mute you
Kanga.
from here.
Maybe
yeah,
I'm
she's
Rabbit.
Kanga. Or I could see you being Tigger because you are very bouncy today. She's trying to over here white girl sun drop it in the chair.
That's fair. I'll be rabbit today.
Just pre-warning, this is another fucked up video.
It's been 2 weeks since we last saw each other.
Yeah, and a lot has happened in 2 weeks.
Correct. So plan for today. We're just gonna kind of off the cuff it. We have this sweet flying chancla hat that we wrote some questions in. Some of them range from
We're going to cry to
Yeah.
we're going to laugh.
So we're going to cry again.
or cry from laughing, craffing.
Craffing.
Sounds too close to crapping. Anyways, so that's our plan today. So we'll do our normal current reads
reads.
check-in, and then instead of doing mental health check-in, we're going to dive into our psyches
Yay.
with these questions. And producer Papa is actually going to read them for us. So in a second, I'm going to toss him this hat.
I will hand
The
it to
questions
him.
will go flying everywhere. If that happens.
There's
No.
no fun in this thing anymore. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, as far as current reads go, where are we at?
I usually start.
You do?
Yeah.
So was I reading Pucking Around last time?
Yes. And
Yes.
you had just started it.
Well, I finished that. And our drive to Disneyland last week, I read a lot when we were there. I'm totally 100% Team Caleb.
Nope. Team Jake.
I don't know. I like Jake. He's like a golden retriever. He is, but I don't know, Daddy Caleb. There's just something about him.
Yep. And you are team.
I'm Team Mars.
Yeah,
Totally
obviously.
Team Mars. Yeah, totally. But I also thought it was like, spoiler alert, I love that they all like changed their name to her name.
I know. It's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Hey,
Yeah.
spoiler alert for over here.
Yeah. That's why he went.
I said spoiler
You
alert.
did.
He's
And he
not
wasn't paying
going
attention.
to read that big ass
That's
book.
a big ass book. Yeah, so I finished
He's gonna get
that.
hooked and he's going to read it.
100%. I'm telling you, I was really surprised at how quickly I read that because, I mean, y'all see the
It's a
size
big
of that
bitch.
It's large.
That's
this top
a
one
big
right
bitch.
up here. That thing is huge.
But, I mean, I read, like, when we went to go put the baby down, I would read while she was napping, so I would kind of just, like, decompress in there and read, so that kind of helped. But now I'm reading Madam by Sara Cate, and let me tell you,
How far are you? I haven't started it yet.
let me see. I'm not that far. I haven't been reading very much. Reading has not. Obviously, I'm so upset. So, I've been reading consistently since like February,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
so I logged into my Kindle app on my phone the other day to be like, oh, I don't really feel like reading today because I'm really tired, so I'm just gonna bullshit it and flip through the pages a couple times to make it look like I read. And when I logged in, I saw that it said day 1, and I was like, what? I forgot to read on Tuesday.
That was Halloween.
Yeah.
My 244-day streak.
It's gone.
I'm on day 3. I'm so upset. My weeks are still fine, but I'm so upset.
I mean, that's how I felt when I broke it last July.
I'm so upset.
I was pissed.
I don't pay attention to it anymore because I am constantly reading multiple books at the same time right now to keep up on my requirements. Did you not read?
You didn't read on Halloween either?
I didn't read on Thursday.
Damn it.
Dumbasses.
What the fuck did we do Thursday?
Were we together Thursday?
No. I was baking the cake.
I stopped by and dropped off stuff for
Yes.
our nephew.
Correct. And I started baking his cake
Yes.
and doing all of that. And
I was more mad that I managed to read at Disneyland. But I didn't read on Halloween.
I didn't read on a random Thursday. I read on Halloween. Tuesday's fine. Man.
I'm so mad. But it's okay. My weeks, I still have 37 weeks in a row, so that's okay. I'm 21% in on Madam. So not too far. How many pages is the book? Tell me. 475. Okay, that's not bad. That's better than 700 and something like
You guys, I'm only on 76 days in a row, so it's fine.
Yeah, but look at your weeks.
What are you at?
93.
I'm at 85.
I'm at 93 weeks.
I'm at 30. I said, what did I say? 37. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with my reading. I really like it so far. I am very sad that this is the last book in the Salacious Players
Fair.
series. But I don't know. I could see it because I know when you read it, you said that you thought this was going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that. But I haven't gotten that far into it yet.
Towards the end, though, I don't know if it's going to be your favorite. I still think, oh no.
What is her name?
What is her name? I think the other book's going to be your favorite. Not Give Me More.
What the hell was her name?
I keep wanting to say Eden, but that's
The
not
one
the right
with
one. That's
something
what
in
you're reading
bow.
now. Yeah. Maggie.
Maggie.
That's what it was.
I think Maggie.
There it is.
At least
Yeah.
I still think Maggie's going to be
That one is
your-
my favorite. Definitely. I mean, I know Daddy Ronan too.
Mercy.
It's hot.
Daddy Ronan.
Yeah.
Daddy Ronan comes in clutch and
Yes. Even in the beginning, I was like, oh, right in the feels.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, you're going to need to read this.
I know.
It is good.
I'm stuck, man.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm stuck. I am still reading
Really upset.
Corrupt Vow, singular, excuse me, by Eva Ashwood. It's not the book. That's the thing that sucks is it's not the book. The book is good. It's me. I am in a rut. I
Totally get it.
don't have the emotional capacity to read. I don't have the mental capacity to read right now.
Same.
Yeah. So it's just a lot. And I tried to read in Disneyland. I didn't like when you would lay down to take a nap with the baby and you would lay down and hang out in our room. I hung out with the moms and with OnlyFan. And so like it was fine and that was great and whatnot. I didn't probably prioritize my own.
Even though we had a plan. She and I had a plan. We're like, no, we're prioritizing ourselves.
That went to shit.
I did not. I wanted my goal, and I said it, I think, in our last podcast, that my biggest thing is making sure that everybody is having a good time. And I get consumed by that. There were times that I was texting my husband when we were at the park, and I'm like, someone is mad at somebody else. He's like, are you crying? I'm like, yes.
At the pier.
I did. This bitch, she caught me, and I was like, oh, it's the video you just showed me of the baby.
All,
she
bitch.
goes, you literally already wiping tears away as I walked up to you. I was like, I assumed that's what was happening. Yeah, no, it was. And it's of nobody's fault of my own because there were no issues really when we went to Disneyland. Everybody had a good time. We were a group of 8 adult women.
That's
Including
always hard.
Yeah, plus a 2-year-old. So, like, obviously, and a lot of us spend a lot of time together, but we're still very different personalities and things like that. So, there's obviously going to be a need to find a flow.
Yeah.
But again, I am who I am, and I get caught up in all of it. And so, trying to make sure that everybody else is having a good time when we were hanging out at the house or when we would come home, I did not prioritize making sure that I was okay. And so I just didn't read. I read enough to keep my streak going, but that was it.
And I feel like that's why I read so much, because I was like, I need to disassociate from what's going on, so I do have a good time.
I read a lot in Disney.
Bitch, you
You've
read like
always
3
read.
books while we were
Yeah,
gone.
I read 3 books while we were at Disney.
So what was
Yeah.
your total while we were gone?
So from the last time we filmed to now, I've read 7 books. My current
I don't even
read...
think I've read 70% of one book. Considering I think I'm at 75%, and when we left, I was at like 30 something.
Listen,
You're on the last book, though.
Wait, are there 4 or 3?
There's 4.
Nope, I still have a whole nother book then.
Oh, you have a book and a half then,
Oh, shit,
There's an epilogue.
Snags.
right?
You're never going to get to Madam.
The epilogue is really tiny, though.
Or Luna Mason.
I have like 4 books that I really want to read. I haven't read Cece's Monroe's,
you
Her
haven't
Halloween
done-
Desires. I haven't read that.
So
I
you're
read
on-
that in Disneyland. Don't
Wait,
read that in the
so
public.
you're on. Hold on, let me pull it up. So
Her
you're on
and Victor
Corrupt Vow.
just had sex. That's what I read.
Oh my god!
Which that was a marathon. Good God.
So you still need to read Savage Hearts.
Yeah.
That's the 4th one.
Yep, that's
That's
right.
the
I
newest
thought there
one.
was only 3 books.
No, there's 4.
There's a 4th one. I realized that at the end of the beginning of
Yeah,
this
and then
one.
there's a bonus scene. So it's not technical. I mean, it's like an epilogue, but it's very short. It's not like a half a book, but I also still need to read Between Something and Something.
Yeah, I haven't read that. I haven't read
The first
She
Between
hasn't read the first one.
I haven't read Between Commitment
Commitment and Betrayal.
Between Commitment and Betrayal by Shain Rose. I have not read that yet.
I need to read the second one, which is Between Love and Loathing. I haven't read that. I haven't read Catharina Maura's new book, which is
You have
the
a
wrong.
lot.
Nope,
The Wrong Bride?
nope. That's one I've read because it's right there. The Broken Vows. I haven't
Yes.
read that one. I still haven't read those 2 Cece Monroe books that are
Nope.
chilling up there.
Yeesh.
I have like a long ass fucking list of things that I wanted to do, and I have gotten stuck in this Eva Ashwood. Again,
Well, I
not because of the
appreciate
books, not because of them. It's me. I am.
You want to know what's exciting? Is I cut my November month off. I'm not adding any more ARC reads,
Thank
so I'm
God.
actually reading something from my TBR list.
Your 2BR?
I am shooketh
I know.
at that admission.
So what are you reading
Yeah,
right
sorry,
now?
I got distracted again.
I'm reading Dante by Sadie Kincaid. I started at 5 o'clock this morning. I am 66% in.
Is this number 4 or 5 in
This
that
is
series?
the first book. I've never read
Oh.
Sadie Kincaid. And
okay.
I
You've been crying a lot, right?
I've been crying through the whole book.
Oh.
It's wrecked. I am wrecked. We also have cats this episode.
Again.
You may move.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know why it took me so long to read these. I'm scared because the reason I'm reading these is because I saw on TikTok, fucking Book Talk, man, sucks you in. I saw like a preview, one of those video things that people make
Oh, yes.
for Lorenzo. And that, just the preview had me fucking bawling. So I'm like, I have to read these and I have to read them in order. And so I wasn't expecting
That's funny, though.
what I'm currently reading in this book.
Yeah, I get a lot of, like, on my For You page on TikTok is, like, the little, like, it's like a
little
screenshot with,
screen-
like,
Yeah.
words from the book. All of mine, I'm like, oh, I should read that. It's that freaking Luna Mason series.
Devoted,
Yes,
detained.
it's all from that.
Detonate.
Please.
I'm always like, oh, I wonder if they've read that. And then I get to the last, so like slide on the TikTok. I'm like, yeah, I know they have.
Great.
Apparently, I also need to read that series.
But I am missing one of those books because I haven't had a chance to read it. I haven't read the last one that is out. Devoted. And she's already working on the next
Detained.
book. Detained.
I cannot wait for Frankie's book.
Very frustrated at myself.
Okay,
It's fine.
we'll get there.
Yeah. We have all the time in the world.
Okay, PP.
Yeah.
What are you reading?
Yeah. Sorry,
sold.
PP
Please
is
sold.
entertaining a cat in the moment, but
Yeah, because PP is reading.
he is reading.
PP is reading. What did you read and what are you currently reading?
Listen, we did not
didn't-
recommend the original,
No.
this first book that he's
This
about to
is
talk
also
about.
correct. This was also his idea.
Yeah.
This had nothing to come from us. It
This
was
is not
him.
something that we would read.
No.
Correct.
It's 100%
We each like
something you
opened
would
it and
not
got to a
read.
book and was like, hell no.
Yeah, no.
To each
He
their
brought
own,
he
but-
brought it, and we read like a couple of pages, and I was like, no, hard pass.
Yeah. Hold on. The mic is not in a good position for some reason.
Get your shit together over there, sir.
I'm not used to talking this much.
That's loud.
I mean, it sounds like thunder.
Now I have the Imagine Dragons song. Yeah, in my brain. That's what I had in my head.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna preface it with I started reading this book because, like an adult, I get my TikTok videos through Instagram.
Rude.
Wow, I feel attacked.
So apparently this book went viral back in like June or July on
I
TikTok,
don't even remember
remember
this.
that.
I never saw
Where?
this.
according to the author's website.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Self-promotion.
It went viral.
That tracks.
And it was I want to say it was released back in July or June or July, something like that. So it went viral around the same time because
Just wait.
the concept of the book is
So weird.
Unhinged. And the name of the book is Unhinged by Vera Valentine. So I saw a TikTok video on Instagram, like an adult, and
Again, I feel attacked.
this person was doing a review on it, and it is, just to give you the review, it's looking at the camera like it's looking at me like an idiot.
We'll look for you.
It's a woman who falls in love with her front door. And
Insert crickets.
the way they described it made me look it up on Instagram, and the book was only like $7. So I was like, fuck it. I got $7 I could spend on a book.
What's
And
funny is he sent this to us while we
Yes.
were in Disneyland,
Yeah.
and he was like, because we have a group chat that's the podcast, and so he sends it to the group podcast, and he goes, "Who's gonna read this?" And we all were like,
said
"Nope."
So he was like, "Oh, guess it's me then."
like, fuck it.
Damn.
For those of you unaware, I do not read smut.
As much as we have tried to get him to read smut.
I'm not big into smut. If I want my porn, I'll go to the internet. So
Fair.
so my genre of books are nowhere near smut genre. But I was like, fuck it, this is hilarious. It's 82 pages. I can get through 82 pages. And so I read it, and then it was suggested, because I was given a critique of it, and then it was suggested that I read the prologue to Pucking Around. What's
yeah,
it called?
He's reading that one
That
night.
one night.
That
by
one
Emily
night.
Rath.
And because I was like, I don't have a reference to how smut books are supposed to go. And I was like, if this is what y'all are reading,
No.
like, good on you. Like, no shame or nothing, but wow.
No.
So
Certainly not.
apparently I need to get through, because the original idea was for me to give a review of Unhinged, but now they want me to get through that one night so that I have a reference of what
You gotta understand the differences.
it is. I'm only one chapter into that one night, and I will say, because, and this is the thing. There's no shame. Every author has their own voice. Vera's voice is not one that I have critiques in my head, but it's her voice and her readers. If they like what she writes, then by all means. Emily Rath, on the other hand, has a voice, and in one chapter, I was just sort of like, oh shit. I kind of wish she didn't just write smut books, because I would probably read.
She's a great author.
I still
Yeah.
think you're gonna like it. I think
I do
you're gonna
too.
like it more than you think.
I think
So-
you're gonna like it more than thinking. We're gonna come home one day and you're gonna
gonna-
be like, "Oh, I'm reading Pucking Around."
yeah, and we'll walk in and be
doubtful.
like, "Oh, it's missing from the shelf. I wonder
Right.
where it is."
is.
Doubtful. That's a big book.
That's what she said.
So yeah, so that's my current read. And once I get through that one night, apparently I get to do a full review of Unhinged for everybody.
Correct.
Because it's fucking none of the 3,182 reviews on Amazon. This book has a 4.2 star rating. None of them, including the negative reviews, use the term unhinged to describe the book, and
That is
y'all are missing out.
missed opportunity.
I'm gonna fucking review, and it's gonna be under my mother-in-law's name because that's whose account that I use.
Oh, that's
And
hilarious.
it's gonna be like, this book is unhinged.
Wait, did you buy it through her account too?
Yes. I wasn't gonna pay for shipping.
That is hilarious.
I'm dead.
She's gonna love that.
I also needed a charging cable. We have bought weird. Okay, so Keke and I were in a book club about a year ago.
Yes.
That's true.
And one of the books we had
Yes.
to, one of the books that part of the book club that we were going to read was a 18th century, so it was 1700s,
yeah, it was a historical romance.
historical romance.
No,
It was a
not my jam.
French woman who's
Excuse you.
a little ago,
Well,
who's
she's not eating the cords.
who's the part of like an astrology family who learns
Yeah.
that she's a lesbian, and
Sorry.
that was fucking rough.
I just don't do historical
No.
romance. I can't do it.
It doesn't interest me.
I feel like I could if it actually hooks me, but that did not hook me. And it wasn't even the fact that it's, FF, female on female.
Right.
That it just wasn't the right writing style for me.
No, and again, and that's the rough part is that authors have voices.
Right.
And if you find an author whose voice who you like here's the thing, I'm a huge Kurt Vonnegut fan because the way Kurt Vonnegut writes, I love the way he writes. I love his stories. Not conversely to that, but kind of in the same vein, Charles Bukowski. I'm not a fan of what he writes, but I'm a
Yes.
fan of how he writes
it. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll read a Bukowski book, knowing fully well I'm probably going to hate the protagonist. I'm probably going to hate what's going
I
on
wish
in
you
this.
guys could see this.
But yeah, maybe is on a chair right now trying to get
She's
the
probably
calls.
gonna fall off.
Oh,
This is really
jeez.
good.
Okay.
And let her learn.
It's
let her
also a
learn.
rocking chair, so every time she moves, it moves.
I always have to.
You move just like that.
I always have to remind myself that she's only a month younger than the baby,
Yes.
Yeah.
and so while in cat years that makes her
curious.
almost a teenager, she's still got that toddler. What's going on with the world?
There's something up here smells.
Oh, it's because I use this to work out in.
Well, and it's got some clothes that I brought back from Disneyland that made it out of my suitcase before I took my suitcase upstairs. So they're on that chair, so they just smell like different places.
Y'all want to get to these questions?
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
no,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get through all of them because there's
Correct.
quite a few.
And they range. So some of them are
Yes.
would you rather, some of them are random,
Some of them are deep as fuck.
And I'm not ready for
Are we
it.
going to name this
Provoking.
segment? Because I feel like this is something we're going to go back to the well on.
Oh, probably. I don't know what this is gonna be. Something.
We did, I mean, kind of a similar episode before.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we named it.
It's being refined,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think this is something that
A continuous, maybe like a once a month or
yeah,
something.
we plan on going back to something like this. Maybe it's a segment we do regularly in the future, but I
Yeah.
feel like we need a name for it. Let us know in the comments what you think we should name it and why I should put the Price is Right song in the beginning of this segment.
Yeesh.
Has to be quick though because fair use rights.
There.
All right, so I am going to pick out
Where's
the
my stomach
questions.
I'm not ready. You guys don't
I don't
understand.
have a fidget something.
Yeah, you know what? We should have got fidget spinners.
All right.
I'm playing with the cord.
Well, too late. First question.
Is that one of mine?
I don't
think it
know.
is.
I'm scared.
It's short, so probably.
What is the scariest thing you've ever been through?
Silence.
Well, okay, so are we talking scary emotional or just scary in general?
I think scary in general.
I was mauled by a dog when I was 7.
There you go. Scariest thing I've ever been through.
Yeah, I have a scar, a 10-inch scar on the back of my head that goes from here to here, and I have scars on my chest. That was quite terrifying.
Go ahead, girl.
That wasn't even my question, and look how quickly I answered that.
No,
Look at
I
me.
know.
Was that mine?
No, it was not.
You bitch, put that in there. I told her, I was like, I don't want to answer that. And she puts it in there anyway. I don't know.
For me, scariest thing I've ever been through. I don't know if I have one that's not like mentally. Because I mean, I guess the scariest thing I've ever been through is getting pneumonia. Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't like. You think, oh, it's just pneumonia, whatever. You're gonna be fine. But then I got hospitalized. It was only for what, 2 nights?
I think you were there for 3 days. Yeah, so
You were
2
there for like
nights.
3 days, yeah.
2 nights. So that's probably the scariest.
Well, and I think for me,
Thing.
physically, because obviously I'm going through quite a bit of things right now personally with my personal life, which I'm not willing to share. That is very scary. But I think physically is thinking that I was having a miscarriage.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was actually here.
Yeah.
We had just planned what
My
theme we were
gender
going to do for
reveal.
your gender reveal.
Yeah, and I remember I went to the bathroom here and I was like, I'm bleeding like a lot.
Yeah.
And I went to the emergency room and I was there for hours during COVID by myself because they wouldn't let my husband in with me.
Yeah.
So sitting there reeling, blaming myself for like, what did I do to cause this? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, and so it was you and your husband and then your mom and mother-in-law.
Yeah.
And then we stayed here
Yeah.
while we waited.
That was awful. Yeah, that was very scary. Yeah, that sucked.
Okay.
But now I have a beautiful, crazy
Baby.
Hangry.
crazy
ass
girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair. Fair.
See, that was easy,
That wasn't
guys.
bad.
All right.
Wasn't bad.
Are
Okay.
you saving those so we can...
I am. Do
Okay.
I answer also or just?
can.
You want to?
Oh, I had a shotgun pulled on me.
Great.
Cool.
By
I
your
think
own
you might-
father.
I wasn't gonna go that far,
Oh,
but
I
yes,
was.
I had a.
We knew this.
Yeah,
It was a story I've heard before.
yeah. I moved out of my parents' house, and when I went back a couple weeks later to grab a bottle of booze in the middle of the night, my dad freaked
Middle
out
of the
and
night.
pulled a shotgun on me.
Correct.
Probably the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was absolutely the problem.
He's like,
He
"Surprise!"
probably was also already drinking,
Yeah.
so
Sure.
there was probably not a lot of silence or...
let's just
I'm really
mumbling.
scared. He's pulling another question.
let's also just say that my dad was stark fucking naked, and my parents' clothes were scattered throughout the house, so they were also doing things.
So fun.
So yeah.
Great. Next question.
If you ever
Oh,
want to
no.
be
I thought it was
traumatized,
so long.
if you ever want to be traumatized for things that didn't happen in your life, listen to me talk. All right.
Correct.
Jesus Christ, this is a long one.
Oh,
At least
no.
that's mine because I did mine landscape.
Oh, no.
All right. How has your sense of identity
Yeah.
changed throughout life? Do you feel that you are the same person you were 10 years ago?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Not at all.
I'm not the same person I was 10
not.
years ago.
I'm not
But
the same person I
how?
was a year ago.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, therapy has done a great deal on me. I'm way more assertive. I mean, I've always been assertive, but I'm way more thoughtfully assertive now.
Would you venture to say you were more aggressive?
Yes.
And now it's assertive.
And it was even more passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
now it's like I'm a little bit more thoughtful. I'm a little bit more considerate of the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So mentally, I am. God, 10 years ago, I was 20.
I'm not
I
10 years ago was 2013.
Sure as hell don't want to be where I was 20 years ago dating a mentally abusive person. No, thank you.
I don't want to be where I was 10 years ago. I was at the bar from Tuesday to Sunday.
Yeah, no.
Uh,
You've grown your morals back since then?
I've got my morals back.
Truth.
Done some questionable things. Not proud of them. And trying to come back from a shitty 6-year relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to go back. Definitely a different person. I'm actually probably more aggressive and more of an asshole now.
Your fuse
Yeah.
is definitely shorter.
But
My fuse
I
is
think
very
it's
short.
because you weren't allowed to have one for 6 years.
Correct.
So I'm still working on trying
Well-
to make my fuse normal.
I would even say even longer than 6 years, because if you went from that relationship back to living in with your parents, because I had a
100%.
roommate, so you didn't,
Yeah.
so you lived back home for a little bit, and then you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
moved out together, which was fine. But then when you and your husband got together and
Yeah.
moved, then you went back in with your
Yeah.
parents as well. Then, so
Yeah.
that home situation in general, with
Yeah. Everything going on.
that
Yes.
that didn't allow you to have any sort of
No.
acceptable release.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not go back. I am definitely different, for sure. I think 10 years ago was post terrible relationship, which should not have
Yes.
happened.
Made a lot of poor choices 10 years ago.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was already working in the job I'm at now, but I
Yeah.
think I wasn't taking it very seriously. It was just kind of like, this is a job.
Oh,
now
bento.
it's like, yeah, now this is my career. But yeah, I was letting people walk all over me for sure.
Yes, I let people make decisions for me.
Yeah.
And what I would and would not do.
Right. And I think most of mine came from family more than relationships. PP, she may be stuck. Nope, she's fine. Never mind. She's fine. She's fine. It's around her, but she's fine. Yeah. She's not. Okay, sorry. There was a cat emergency.
She's fine.
Yeah, I think she's fine. I think it's the ground.
I think it's the ground. So I definitely have a less tolerance for bullshit. That's for sure. But I don't think in an unhealthy way. I think my tolerance was too high to begin with. I think a lot of people expect me to still have that same tolerance level. But that's not on me. That's on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
One moment. We do have
a cat emergency. Please hold.
She is.
There we go.
Unstuck now.
Crazy.
Okay. Back to our regular scheduled programming.
All right. I also would say, I mean, obviously, if you're the same person you were 10 years ago, you need to take a big look in the mirror. It's funny listening to you guys be like, "Oh, 10 years ago I needed morals and things like that." And 10 years ago was when I started getting my life together. So 10 years ago was when it was about a year after things really hit the fan. And then I had to figure life out. And then
She's like, I will have that noise.
a year later, I met my wife, and if it's how your life has changed, she's a big reason for that. Her friends and family, the few weeks in therapy I spent, the years I've been using everyone else's therapy.
You're welcome.
We do all use each other's therapy, 100%.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't. Okay, look, I'm a man. I don't go to therapy. I use my friends' therapy sessions as my therapy. It's called vicarious learning. Thank you. All right. Coach McCandless, my senior defensive coordinator, would be so happy with me right now. I'm learning from other people. All right. Oh. How do you hang toilet paper? Over or under?
Over.
Over.
Psychopaths
Absolutely
do it under.
Over.
There's no other direction.
God, I hate when I go into the bathroom at work and I'm like, what? Who did this?
The only time I'll accept it is if you have someone who's got like a young child or an animal that constantly unfurls it, then I get it. Go the other direction.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still judging you a little.
Well, I mean, please somehow
To be honest with you, my cats would still unfurl
100%.
Yeah.
They
Or
would
they go
just
the
grab
other
the
way.
piece hanging down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And just.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh,
Another long
that
one.
too?
Another long one.
No, it's a long one.
Oh, nope. Here you go.
Hopefully it's not mine, guys, because my questions are scary.
This is a good one. Do you keep a lot of deep secrets? Does it bother you if you do?
So that depends, because deep secrets with the rest of the world, yes. With the people in this room, not really.
Fair.
We literally had the comment earlier of, I don't think we could ever have TMI.
No. We were talking about our poop schedules earlier.
Fair statement.
Bowel movements.
So yes, I do have skeletons in my closet per se, but only to some people.
I have deep secrets.
You have a DVD none of us know about.
They do not. I have deep secrets, and they'll stay deep secrets, and I don't have any shame in that.
That is your choice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Preach.
Janelle?
Yeah.
I think I'm more towards Steph.
We have no fucking boundaries when it comes to
Yeah,
that.
it's real true. I don't think I have from the people in this room, no. And what's funny is I think if I think about it too, like each one of you probably knows a different deep secret than the other.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think that you could all know, but I just don't remember who I've told shit to within this room.
Very true. Very true.
But yeah, as far as like other people outside, and there are definite boundaries when it comes to what I will
Certain
share.
people I trust and certain people I don't.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the people I don't trust, I don't have trust issues.
No, not at all. It sounds super healthy. Super healthy.
Does anybody have a secret they're willing to give up right now?
No.
Hard pass.
No.
All right, next question.
I was like, no, because all of you bitches already know. They don't.
The camera has no idea. Also, she wants the paper so bad. She wants the paper so bad.
So there's like a gliding chair next to PP, and the cat tried to like leap from chair.
She didn't make it.
She didn't make it.
You look so concerned.
Well, then I'm pretty sure she hit the water bottle that's on the floor before she hit the floor. So
I'm just all about song references today, man.
Girl.
And did you know that Let the Bodies Hit the Floor and It's Raining Men is about the same event from two different perspectives?
I love that.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Now I want to listen to both of them.
Right?
It's a raining man. Hallelujah. It's a raining man. Amen.
We can't see it, but Uncle Tony just sang that too.
God bless.
Dead.
Love you, Tony. All right. What did your family fight about growing up?
Money.
Money and
It's like, always.
money and shopping. So
Money.
Money.
If we didn't have money, apparently we were just shit.
Yeah. Money.
See, but I think your guys' money is different than our money because we fought about money, but we also fought about possession of things and people.
Yeah, no.
No, ours was
Not like that. It was different, yeah.
spending too much money,
Yeah.
hiding where
Hiding
you spent your
money.
money.
Hiding the things that you bought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope, ours was a war of who gets what and who gets who.
God, that's so gross.
We've had wonderful childhoods.
Trauma.
Yep.
Well, we didn't have terrible childhoods, but we had terrible
Or who's
childhoods.
entitled to what and
Ooh,
who's
yes.
entitled to who. Which so
Ooh, that
entitlement.
looks like mine.
Oh Christ.
Yeah, my family fought about everything.
It's not funny, but I can help it.
And that's the thing is like obviously through my therapy sessions with everybody else, I've learned that apparently that's not healthy. But that's how we showed affection. If you were unwilling to fight somebody on something,
Yeah.
it meant you didn't care for them. The classic line from that 70s show when Red is talking to Eric and Hyde, and they're having a fight, and he goes, "All right, let's go downstairs and you guys can box it out." And they go, "Well, I don't want to hit you." And he's like, "Well, I don't want to hit you either." And he's like, and Red's like, "Well, if you don't feel like hitting,
Sorry.
if you're not willing to hit somebody, then you're not that angry."
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm pretty sure that episode came out in 1999. And so that was my family's mantra for close to 20 years. If you're not willing to punch me, then clearly you don't care enough. So we fought over everything.
Yeah.
Which is exhausting to me. It just sounds exhausting.
And when you grow up in it, it's because now that I'm in a situation where it's things like I have a 2.5-year-old niece who, when she's feeling big feels, she wants to come and cuddle me.
Yeah.
And I'm just sort of like,
What?
but I taught you to kick people. Why are you not kicking people? Why are you not cacaing people right now instead? That's how you work through your emotions. Physically hit something. And instead, she's like, I want a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know how to handle this, and I'm close to crying, and I'm a grown-ass man. I can't do this. I'm pushing 40. All right. What personal boundaries have you set to make your life happier?
Oh,
Was that your question?
that doesn't sound like mine.
It wasn't
Okay,
mine. I know
Why?
that for sure.
All the ones were picking yours. God. What
Personal boundaries that I've set to make myself happier?
No is an answer.
Yeah.
It's a
You don't
sentence.
have to explain.
No is a sentence. No is an answer. You don't owe anybody an explanation. That was very early on in my therapy, was you don't owe anybody an explanation. And also, just because somebody is your family does not mean they deserve a spot in your life.
You know, that's a good one. Yeah.
Two of the biggest things I have taken out of therapy so far.
Yeah.
And it's tough because not everybody understands it.
Yeah.
What's
they don't
funny
have
is the people who don't understand it are typically the people who are the problem.
Yeah.
And those people are not in my life anymore.
Yeah.
I have no shame.
No.
No.
Janelle?
I think my biggest boundary that we have set that I'm trying to live closest to is that while I don't expect an explanation, I do expect ownership of your actions.
Yes.
That's a good
like
one.
that.
You don't
Preach.
need to tell me why you did what you did, but you need to acknowledge that you did it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't acknowledge that you did it, you don't deserve a spot here.
I'm gonna need one of those preach moments in the video.
Preach.
I'll see if I can edit it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a thing. Accountability is a huge thing.
100%. I totally agree.
Accountability.
So, because that's what in my life, that is the thing that gets you booted is you can't be accountable for your own actions and the things that you have done and the effects they have had on other people. Fuck out. Bye.
Yeah. I also don't deal with victimization.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't play the victim. I hate that. That's probably something that I don't deal with I don't. If you're doing that, I will cut you out. I am somebody who will cut out somebody immediately. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
That's my short fuse coming in. Yeah. I'm very much done. I think for me though, a boundary for me is not letting somebody else dictate what I get to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did that like 5 or 6 years ago now. I cut out people who I was with every day. I was with them Tuesday through Sunday all the time. And I cut them out. I was like, this is not healthy for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making the completely wrong choices.
Morals.
Yeah.
They grew.
Yeah.
Praise.
Okay.
All right. And since I have only ever gone through 2 weeks of actual therapy and don't understand what a boundary is, we're going to move on.
Jesus.
What's your favorite dad joke?
Oh, God.
That one's mine.
My favorite dad joke.
Lighten the mood.
I love how, lightening that is. My favorite
I told
dad
you
joke.
I put some deep shit in here.
Hi, hungry. I'm dad.
I don't know if I have a favorite dad joke.
I don't know. I feel like all of the dad jokes I can think of are those freaking quotes from Joe Dirt. Because my husband says those all the time.
What's one?
I don't even know because I totally tune them out.
I'd have to look things up for me to be like, what is your favorite dad joke?
I mean, mine is similar to PP's. It's when anybody comes and they say, "Dad" or "Mom," I'm this. I'm like, "Oh, I'm mom."
Hi, I'm mom.
Those are good.
Or nice to meet you. I'm so and so.
Yeah.
I
Those
will
are
also.
good.
Oh, sorry.
No, go.
I'll say it's not necessarily a joke, but one of my favorite sass dad things that I picked up on and I use is when when one of the kids are just like, I want this, and I go, oh, how does it feel to want?
Yes. We do that often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do that
there
often.
it is. There it is.
Oh, it's broken?
broken.
My hair's too thick. That's
I
fine.
told you I had other bands.
No, it's fine. I don't really care.
Oh, it's
My hair's
fine.
not on my face anyway.
That's fair.
Okay.
I was like, I felt something pop in my head. I was like, what the heck was that?
All right.
It's just a hair emergency.
This next one I cannot participate in because it requires me to get to my phone. But
Oh,
all of you
this
have your
is
cell
finally
phones
my
ready.
hit.
What are the last 5 things in your search history?
Oh, shit snacks.
This was fine.
Hold on, I gotta remember how to get to my search history, guys.
Okay.
Just go to Google and look it up.
I don't use Google.
What do you use?
Just the Safari thing.
Oh.
Okay, so the last 5 things, I don't even have 5. Yes, I do.
I'm trying to find things rather than.
Well, just what are the last 5?
I'm just going to look at the last 5 open tabs that I have.
That's what I.
Oh, I'm a freak. I get rid of them.
I don't know what I've done.
Who would like to know how many tabs I have open? Can we guess?
I don't even want to know with you.
So for the last 5 for me are, I Google translated something from the Eva Ashwood book from Russian to English.
From Russian, I did that all the time.
Every time I highlight and read, and I was like, I need to know because again, I do not agree that authors owe you a translation in their book. I do not think that they do. I think that if you write in Spanish, you don't need to put the translation in there in English for somebody else. Like I'm a grown-ass person. I can do it myself. So I have that. I looked up earlobe piercing places, like as far as the placement on your ears, because the only fan and I were having a conversation about that yesterday.
I was all, what?
I looked up the time open hours for Color Me Mine for OnlyFan for next weekend. I looked at moon phases because I wanted to know when the next full moon was.
We were together for that one.
And I looked up, what is this one? Who is this? Oh, I looked up who Jennifer Lawrence's husband was, because we were watching a movie and I was like, wait, isn't she married? Yes. She has a kid.
Shut up! Yes. I didn't know that.
So I was like, wait, who's her husband again? So that's 5. I think that was 5.
Okay, so mine, I looked up. What?
Well, you're on Google.
I'm on Google. I use Google. I'm not weird. I don't use Safari or Firefox, whatever the hell it is. I looked up.
Oh, yes.
We wanted to go to the Nimbus Fish Hatchery, and so I was looking to see when the salmon thing opened.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yesterday we were talking about the 3 kids from Nightmare Before Christmas, and she said Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and I was like, why does it sound wrong? And she goes, probably because it's coming from me.
Fair.
I've only seen that movie like 4 times.
I looked up what construction worker Barbie looks like because that was my Halloween costume at work. I'm also a nerd, and I played Dreamlight Valley, so I looked up where and how I can find the here and there fish.
Oh, I still haven't done that yet.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Great. Perfect.
Oh.
I also looked up what to do for hotspots on dogs because my dog has like 500 million of them.
That's fair.
That was mine. That's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's me.
So I'm gonna do my tabs because I don't use Google.
Freak.
The first one I have is Disney golf balls because
What?
Were you looking at Chris's present?
No, listen, I
golfs?
will explain. We're cleaning the front room of the house
Oh, yes.
okay, and we found these Disney golf balls. They have Disney characters on them, and I'm like, what do we do with these? Do we trash them? Do we donate them? Do I need to sell them because they're worth millions of dollars and we're, sitting on millions of dollars and we're going to be millionaires? No, they're worth $17.99 and they're donated. The second one is me signing up for an advanced reader's copy of a book by Lauren Blakely. The next one is trying to decide if I'm going to buy the male model versions of Tarnished Empire by Shain because they are going away. The third one is, I don't even know what this is. It's a book called Never Meant to Stay by Trisha Doss, and I don't know why I was looking it up.
I imagine it has something to do with book talk.
Probably. And then the last one is me downloading the free 12 recipe cookbook by Maddie Matheson.
Of course it is. She had to fucking throw him into this episode.
I was giving the baby a bath last night. And she gets out of the bath. My child, not my sister, gets out of the bath and runs in there and was like, what are you doing? And she's like, you want to watch this video with me? And I was like, nope. She did though.
Is that the one you sent me and my husband?
Yes.
Which we were at our
I didn't send you a video. I
nephew's.
sent you
The link?
My bad. I kicked a cat. I sent you the recipe book.
Oh.
They had barbecue chicken enchiladas in that, and I watched the video I was watching.
That sounds
Bitch,
yummy.
I'm gonna make those.
That sounds yummy. You have a new barbecue that you can do a rotisserie chicken.
I'm very excited to do that. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm just going to keep fidgeting with this.
Okay.
How many more do you want to do?
I'll probably do if you have. Yeah, we can do 2.
Okay, so 2.
Oh man, we're already at time. We have so many questions.
Well, I don't know if we're at 10 questions. I
No.
wasn't counting how many questions. Okay, so yeah, this one's gonna be rough.
Shit sex.
Do you think you had good role models of relationships growing up?
Again, insert crickets.
Yeah, correct. No, but also yes.
Yeah, it's hard because I would say as a child, yes.
I don't know that.
I very much looked up to my parents and always wanted a relationship like they had. But now, No.
Yeah, I would say the same. Obviously we have the same parents.
Surprise!
Surprise! As a child, watching our parents and those around us, I would say, wow, this is how it's supposed to be. This is great role models. This is who I want to be. I want to be just like this person. As an adult, going through therapy, going through our parents getting divorced, everything coming to light, everybody's reactions to our parents getting divorced. No, there were no good role models. Nope. There was good actions occasionally, but as in role models, no.
Nope.
Yeah, and for me, it's my parents were not good role models in what a functional relationship works like. And I think they're both very aware of that. I think that's also why they got divorced when I was 9. Because for my 10th birthday, we moved into the house in Apple Hill. So yeah, no, I think that they. But if we look at them, no, they're not. My grandparents' relationship. As a kid, I would say yes, they were our role models because I wanted to have somebody who loved me like I thought the way that they loved each other. They had, when I was growing up, I spent most of my childhood living with them in one capacity or another, whether it was after my parents divorced, my mom and my brother and I moved in with them, even though these were my dad's parents. And then when my mom found a house, my dad moved in with them. And then my dad being who he is and how he could not maintain a solid work relationship with any sort of job, we were constantly still in and out of their house because he couldn't afford a place of his own, or he would get married to somebody and then that would go shit. And so we'd come back and yeah. But so I look at their relationship, and as a kid, I definitely idolized their relationship because they were married something close to like 70 years by the time my grandfather passed a couple years ago. But looking at it as an adult, I don't know if they had the most stable relationship. I think definitely towards the end, and this is probably a fault of my father more than anything, it was like my father and his mother were married, and then my grandpa was just kind of over here just because of the relationship that they had. And my grandpa, who had given up fighting between the two of them, was just kind of like whatever. And I think that's part of the reason that my grandpa is one of my most favorite people, even though he scared the shit out of me when we were kids. As a teen and as an adult, he was literally my favorite person.
Sure.
So
I think I'm with you guys. I got a cat who's tangled up in fucking cords again.
Bro, Christ.
You about to get locked up.
I think as a kid, absolutely. I thought up until my adult years, I thought that I had like the ultimate relationship goals is what I grew up in. And then my 2 weeks of therapy and years of talking to all y'all, realizing that there's very unhealthy things that were going on. Because there's still parts of it that I look at, and there's like, there is a unconditional love, I feel like, between my parents. And I feel like that set a good example. And they were never ones to just get angry and then let shit die. They worked everything out. And that's something that I still carry into my marriage now. Like, I refuse, sometimes to the detriment of the relationship at the time, I refuse to let things go because I want to work through them. I don't want to just be angry and then just have it forever that we're angry because of this one thing. I want to talk about it. I want to figure it out. Those small things, I think, are still in my head. I'm just like, hey, if done appropriately, that's healthy. But there are large aspects that it's like, no, a lot of the things that just they're not healthy, because there was a lot of enabling going on, and there was also a lot of sweeping certain things under the rug just because it's better if we just don't look at it. Yeah. So
it's funny because I hear you say that you look at your parents as if they have this unconditional love for each other, and as a kid, I think that's what we think that love looks like. But really, as an adult, I look at it and go, "No, that's fucking codependency to
100%."
Well,
and I don't want that.
And I think times have kind of changed that, because listening to you talk about your grandparents, I thought the same thing about my grandparents.
Yeah.
But I also think that was their generation.
Yeah,
is
fair.
that my grandparents' marriage, that was my grandfather's first wife, but that was my grandmother's second husband.
Mm.
And the only reason why she was even allowed as a Catholic to get out of her first relationship is because her first husband had a doctor who had convinced the diocese or whatever in the town that they were living in that my grandmother was barren.
Mm.
Okay, at 20 years old, my grandmother is barren. And then at 25, she has 6 fucking children.
Right.
And my grandfather only married her because they met each other at, I think, in Niagara Falls. They were both on vacation. And my grandfather was like, sweet, I'm a Catholic. I'm not allowed to have safe sex. But I could have sex with this woman all I want, and she's never going to give me kids. 6 fucking children later. So
And a set of twins on top of that.
And a set of twins in the middle of it. A set of twins in the middle of it. And so it was just, it's one of those things where it's like they're married. It's forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I made the joke the other night that my wife and I still sleep in the same bed, which is more than I could say for my grandparents' relationship when
Same.
they were at our age.
Our grandparents didn't sleep in the same bed.
Yes, different rooms.
You'd have
different
thought there was
rooms.
disdain for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was my grandmother did nothing but cook for my grandfather all day long, and all my grandfather did was work out
Yeah.
and then take naps, and they never talked to each other.
See, but my grandparents, once my dad was removed from the picture, they slept in the same bed until my grandfather physically couldn't.
Yeah.
So like that's the only reason. So for me, I still think of their relationship when my father wasn't involved in it.
Yeah.
And like that's the piece that I want. But then you add what my dad did to just literally blow up everyone in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including his own parents.
Yeah.
So
And I think it's healthy to be able to look at stuff and be like, yeah, that's healthy if you take it in the right
Yeah.
context, and the rest of it's not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna. I'm not gonna lie. I rifled through to try to find a light.
I was gonna say, should we end on a good note?
Not a good note.
This will be the last
Wait,
question.
I bet you I know what question it is. Go on.
So I'm gonna say the word me, but it means y'all.
Okay.
So you have to pick it for
Okay.
each other.
Oh.
If you could pick a Disney princess that matches me, who would it be?
This is mine.
Oh. Okay.
So
We're not Disney princess people.
Well, if you had to pick, so let's do this then: princess and villain,
yeah, or
Okay.
Disney character.
or Disney character.
somebody.
So figure out. We'll go in order
For
because y'all have
everybody?
done Steph, Keke, and then Janelle. So let's start with Steph. Who do you think? I think we already know villain.
Yeah, obviously.
Mother Gothel.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Although I don't manipulate my child.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Accurate statement.
But princess? This bitch is a princess? It's not in here for me.
Vanellope von Schweet.
Oh,
I
okay.
love her. She's a princess.
She's a princess.
But why do you say that? I'm not saying I disagree. I just want to know why.
I also think it's really funny because she's voiced by Sarah Silverman, who my husband is in love
Yeah,
with.
he's kind of obsessed with her.
The reason I say that is just personality and attitude.
Yeah.
I love her
Because
so much.
when Vanellope was in a situation where everybody was ostracizing her, she fought back.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I
Yeah.
feel like that's your personality of just like, oh, you don't like me? Well, fuck all of you. I'm putting up 2 middle fingers right now, by the way. Like, fuck all
Especially
of you.
right now with you in therapy, you're learning to set those boundaries.
Right.
Yes.
I think
That's fair.
Vanellope also has a drive that
Yes.
you share, whether it's work, whether it's for the baby, whether it's doing something for yourself,
Yeah.
doing something for us.
Okay.
You have a drive that you don't let shit ruffle you. If you have a task to complete, you're going to complete it. And when you fuck up, you own that fuck up and you go, okay, how do I make it better? Or what do I learn from this so I don't do it again?
If it affects the people that you care about, like when she started caring about Ralph, she was willing to pull back her own,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
so that she knew that her friend could be taken care of.
Yeah.
We're not
like
Disney
that.
freaks at all.
Right. So in case anyone
at
was
all.
wondering, we're talking Vanellope von Sweets is from Ralph, Wreck-It
Ralph.
Ralph, or Ralph Breaks the Internet. And Mother Gothel is from Tangled.
We're
Mother
also
knows best, bitches.
we're
Mother.
including Pixar into this conversation.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Pixar
yeah.
is Disney.
It's all Disney.
One and
Yeah.
the same.
All right,
Okay.
so Keke. Again, I think the villains are pretty
Pretty.
straightforward.
I mean,
for the three of you.
yeah.
I don't know who I would pick as Keke's villain, though.
Because I know you love Madam Mim, but I don't see that resonating with you.
Yeah,
That's
no.
fair. I don't see the wig resonating with me either.
That wig was, we should have teased that wig like nobody's business, man.
This is where you insert crickets. They got
No.
nothing.
No, it's just hard to because I'm thinking like, okay, whole spectrum here. Hi.
I'm waiting. Awkward.
I want to say, if we're talking about, because I'm trying to think of princesses first because I feel like that's harder for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I would say princess, I think you're kind of more a mixture of a couple of different princesses.
Yeah.
I would start with Pocahontas
I love
Ooh.
Pocahontas.
because I think that you are very in tune to what the people around you are feeling.
Yeah.
I also could see you talking to a random tree. No, I'm just kidding.
Fair.
No, but
There you go.
I
Please
see
don't
you
like
being
get a
willing.
raccoon or like a hummingbird as your bestie. Like I don't.
I swear to God, if you bring a hummingbird, I will kill you. There will be death. I don't do birds. I don't do birds. But no, I think because she's very in tune to what the people around her are doing, and she's also very willing to sacrifice herself for the people that she loves. Not looking at the whole John Smith aspect of it, because we don't need no man. That's fine. But in general, if you were to replace that character with any one of the people that you love, you would be willing to take or go to bat for them. So I think that's probably where I would start as far as your princess.
I like Pocahontas.
I
I
like
forget
that
how
one.
much I love that movie.
I know. I'd never
Fair.
watched that, so I don't even. I honestly never really think of
good.
it.
We watched it while we were in Disneyland.
Correct. You were probably napping with the baby.
Probably.
We
It
were
was
still watching.
after we went and saw the color show.
Yes.
And because
Oh.
Pocahontas is in that,
Oh.
that I cried through the whole thing, and that's the reason why I cried.
Yeah.
I started crying. It's Pokey.
Fair.
I think I have a villain.
Who
Okay.
would you say?
The middle sister from Hocus Pocus.
Mary.
Mary?
Mary.
Yeah.
It's fair.
The one who's played by Kathy Najimy.
Yeah.
Bitch, you better start running around on a vacuum.
But okay,
fair.
so why?
Personality.
I think the quirk is there for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I love
she's-
her.
She's quirky. She's and
I
I
love
haven't
her.
I haven't watched Hocus Pocus like in earnest since it like came out. But it's like
she's kind of like
that's the fridge.
that's the fridge,
And it's
like,
getting picked up on my mic.
I was like, what?
That's
It's
funny
happening?
because I don't know because Mary she kind of like breaks the tension.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you do
She's-
that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
try to do that. Sometimes I just can't with certain people.
That's fair.
Are there evil intentions? Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I think you're doing something, but are you doing it?
But
with
are you
malin-
do- yeah.
But are you being a little creepy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we at, girl? So yeah, I can see that
No.
for sure. For sure.
All right, now Janelle.
Oh God.
Ooh. Okay.
Villain for me again is obvious.
Are we doing
Ursula.
Ursula?
I mean, I don't know. Don't look at me.
Come on, are we doing Ursula? Is that who you want? I'm trying to think of.
See, for me, for the first thing that popped into my head was Rapunzel as far as princess because you are very determined.
Yes, I like that.
And Rapunzel is very much somebody who feels her feelings wholeheartedly.
Yeah. That's true.
Yes,
Like, there is no guessing how she feels. Like, very raw, very honest. Like, just 100% completely herself. And that's how I see you. Like, totally just
you need. It's right here. I've got it out for you. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
And I'll agree with Rapunzel for all the things that Steph just said. I was gonna say Jessie from Toy Story
fucking love her.
because
That
if
bitch
you
makes me
could
cry
turn your
too.
husband's Spanish mode on, you probably
Oh, so true.
Senor Bus.
So true. And then he could just feed me churros from the Senor Bus churro place on the pier. Yes, please.
I'm fucking dead. We're gonna be on that carousel all the time.
Correct.
Boo dodo.
Boo-dodo-bur-peace. Boo-dodo-bur-peace.
I'm trying to think of villains, like all of the different villains and what they. Because I mean, I like Ursula because you like Ursula,
Right.
but I don't know if you.
I would
Are the
say I don't
same-
identify
you
with
don't
Ursula.
identify her,
I
yeah.
just love her.
Ursula's
That's how I feel about Mother
terrible.
Gothel.
That's You definitely don't identify her as her.
But do I sing that song to my child all the time? Absolutely.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
I'm trying to think of other villains. Who do we have here? Evil Queen, Maleficent. You know, I like you as Maleficent, but not
Like Angelina Jolie,
Maleficent, because you see the backstory more, where you care for the, what is her name? Aurora.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's you. You, not that you're a villain, but that you
I'm not taking
care.
it personally. It's okay.
Yeah, because she is closet. She's a closet carer. Because even though, like right now, we have stuff going on, you still care about him, even though he made a huge fucking mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like. You're a closet
I
carer.
think out of everybody in this group, and I think that's partially why I was like, oh, Rapunzel, but I even like that, because you for sure have the biggest heart out of everyone. 100%.
Now we gotta do pee-pee.
Oh, I have a PP already.
Oh,
shit.
I have his villain like so quick.
You know what his villain is? The Beast.
No, I
Because
wouldn't
Beast
even
is the
say
villain
that.
in the story.
But yeah, he is the villain. But I'd say Lotso.
No. Oh, do you smell like strawberries?
God damn it.
You
See,
think
but I would say Lotso because there are things that have happened to Lotso
Yes.
Bear
Yeah.
that have made him as hard as he is as the exterior, and that's 100%.
And
how I
honestly,
see
that's
PP.
kind of what I was thinking about with you, but more
Yeah.
in lines of the Beast, because there's been a lot of trauma and
Yeah.
devastation that has led to where they are. But in the end, big ol' softy, you.
Yeah.
Great, so I'm the Beast. Okay. I'll take that. Have you guys watched Tokyo Disney's The Beast ride?
The hell? We watched it last night. I was like, when are we going to Tokyo?
Yeah, we need to go to Tokyo.
Listen,
That ride is dope.
Oh my god, it's so cool.
you guys need
Not against it.
passports.
Whatever.
Shit, I need a passport.
Correct. I'm the
Yes.
only
I
one with a
also
valid
want to
passport
go to
right now.
Disney Paris.
Wait, who's his princess,
Oh,
guys?
his princess.
We're not doing Prince.
Sure,
We're not doing
I forgot.
Princess.
I don't pay attention to the princes because they're too goody two shoes for me.
Who is PP as a princess?
This is gonna sound weird, and I apologize. I think he might be Ariel
I was kind of thinking that.
because I feel like he has really grand ideas of what the world could be.
That's fair. Ariel's a golden retriever.
100%. She's
100%.
100% a golden retriever. But I think that he has PP and her connect in the fact that there's a lot of things that he appreciates about the world.
Yeah.
There are things that he doesn't. He's not as naive as she is, obviously. But I think that in the grand scheme of it all, he can look at a whole picture and find the good if he wants to. But then you have that Lotso Bear that comes in, and sometimes then he just wants to find the bad. But if anything, the best person to find the silver lining is always PP.
He's the one that
Because-
we all go to for our logical. help.
Correct, because I can't. I
don't
get so
logic.
caught in the emotion of everything that if I need logic, correct. If I need logic, I need to go to the person who can look at the world as a positive place, regardless of all of the things that have happened, and that's PP.
That's much better than who I was going to pick for myself.
Who were
Who
you
you
to
gonna
pick?
Russell from Up. Just without the work ethic.
Dead.
Russell.
As a matter of fact, I could be both him and the old man.
I mean, I also
love the old
identify as Doug.
Doug.
I feel like we all have a little bit of Doug in us.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's where we're at.
All right, so that's our
I
questions.
like that. Yeah.
We have plenty more that we'll pull out.
Yeah, don't worry.
We'll pull out eventually. Oh, stop saying that phrase.
Plenty more.
Jesus.
Oh, there's some in there there's some in there.
I'm scared. We didn't get any of my would you rathers, and there's a fun one in there.
I've got
So
some in
we
there,
got-
man.
We got some stuff.
We're gonna have to do this again.
So as far as mental health check-in, I mean, I think you can tell from some of these questions, we're not all doing real great right now.
Definitely. I think I was like leaning closer to a 4 the last couple times. I am
I'm like a
just
2.
a little bit further down the hill.
Yeah, I'm running at like a 2.7-ish. We're below 3.
2.5. Yeah, for sure not a 3.
We definitely below a 3.
Yeah,
But you know what? We're aware.
correct.
Yes.
And I'm trying. And I had a difficult conversation yesterday with someone, and I'm like, and they wanted to keep trying to sweep it under the rug, and I said, no. We're not going to do that. I had 2 difficult conversations yesterday because there was the big one where it was the whole family conversation, and there was another person on the phone who I had to have a conversation with beforehand. And, you know, they were trying to basically say that I was making them feel one way, but then as I'm trying to get to the bottom of it to make sure I don't do that again, I don't know if they it didn't feel comfortable telling me what was exactly going on, or they didn't know, or they were just expressing their feelings about it and they needed, so it was a whole big thing. But yeah, so I'm at least trying to be better. I also don't know if I have the emotional or mental capacity for that.
Yeah.
Right now.
I feel like that's fair.
I'm tapping out. I think this for the next few days.
I mean, also the next time we record, we may have to do this again because we may still be tapped out.
Yeah.
We are all going through a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's one thing either. It's from all directions right now.
Absolutely. There's just a lot.
Is Mercury in retrograde or in the microwave? Is it in the oven? Who fucking put it?
Well,
Who put it in the freezer?
Let's be real honest for a second. There is not a year that we've gone through that we've been calm.
No.
We have a huge family and friend group.
And when one of us is struggling, all of us
we're
are
all
struggling
because we're one person.
Well, and I think it's
we're
also
one unit.
a fault, but also something that I admire in all of us is we are very empathetic.
Yeah.
So it's like when one of us is hurting,
we're all hurting.
everybody is, because we're like, what do we need to do to help?
Yeah.
Right.
Most of the time it's, okay, great, I'm going to feed you guys and we're all going to get fat and happy. That's how I fix it.
And mine is, what do you need me to do? Because I
Yeah.
need to do something.
Yeah.
And even if that's just you need me to come and sit on the couch with you, I will do that. But it's funny because then we have part of our group that is kind of not, they don't understand that bit of it. Of like, well, what can I physically do?
Yeah, I'd just suffer in silence, but they don't really let me.
No.
We just show up.
Correct.
Pee-pee's over here like, bitch.
Correct. And again,
and mine is who I gotta yell at.
and again, it's the piece of, you want to suffer in silence. That's fine. I will sit on the couch with you.
Mm-hmm.
You can suffer in silence, but you're not going to suffer in silence alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all may feel lonely at times, but we are never alone.
Correct.
That's
Okay. You can get my shoes?
That's fine. Eat the shoes. Don't touch
And
the
then
fucking
maybe
cords.
is our little emotional support cat.
Yeah.
100%. She's like,
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay, Auntie?
Yeah. Yeah. My husband went for a walk earlier this week, and I thought he was mad at me. And so I was just standing in the kitchen making my breakfast, and I started crying, and she just starts walking in between my legs. Don't eat that, you little butthole.
It's partially my fault.
So yeah, she gets it. She gets it. Yeah. So suffice to say, we're
okay.
Yeah. we're okay. We're not good. We're not great.
No.
We're okay.
I'm okay.
We don't need interventions.
No.
We're just surviving.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
Everything's
surviving.
We are Uzma Kappa.
Yeesh. If you don't understand that reference, you need to go watch Monsters University.
Yeah.
And on that note, thank you for joining us. This has been episode 8 of Sister Street. Can you believe we're at episode 8?
Episode 8.
No, to be quite
throw my
honest with you,
t-shirt,
I
yeah.
thought we were only going to do a few and then we were going to be like, fuck this. But we're actually sticking to it.
Yeah.
And we enjoy it.
4 months in.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or not we have 100 people
Who
watch or
cares?
5 people watch, it's therapeutic for
The
us.
same, like, 3 of you that watch this.
Yeah.
We appreciate
And we love you.
you.
And we appreciate your comments. We appreciate your likes on our videos, on our social media accounts.
When we put them up. Because,
Correct.
again,
Sometimes we get distracted.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Correct. But yeah, so this has been episode 8. Thank you for joining us. I'm Janelle.
Keke.
Steph, drive safe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
I think this is one of the first times that we're not laughing as we
I
exit.
know. I'm just gonna go cry now.
I'm just gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.